there's no human aspect of it. It's like, yeah, cool, I get to see the guy, but like I don't get to talk to him. So the best course that I ever did was.
So I think this was a perfect time for these guys to walk in.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll get everyone up to speed just so that we're all on the same level. So
Yeah.
So Emma's from Toronto. She's like a downtown condo specialist.
Saw the video.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And then so she's also really good at Facebook marketing. So she's probably the person we know the best, that knows the most about Facebook marketing. So that she's paid a lot of money to learn from some people that really know their shit. So she's kind of given us a quick breakdown and presentation on Facebook marketing and even just kind of the theory behind it.
The one thing that I think has been, like one of the courses that I've taken that has been the most successful, so this is kind of like how I positioned it. I've always wanted to do a course since I took like Tanner's a while ago, and I'm like, wow, this kid's making a ridiculous amount of money off his courses. But again, there's no human aspect of it. It's like, yeah, cool, I get to see the guy, but like I don't get to talk to him. So the best course that I ever did was, do you know Joshua Smith? He's like on YouTube. He's like a massive realtor in Arizona, I think. So what he does is kind of a course, but kind of a webinar. So it's a 90-day mastery program where it's every Monday from like 11 to 1, he's live on the course. He had like, it was $1,000 for the 90 days or whatever, but it's accountability where like he gives you homework to do and you have to go back, and then he talks to the course about like who did what, like everyone can sort of give their feedback. So it's live, it's relevant, it's current. People are like, cool, I actually get to ask him questions, right? It's a more interactive experience. Yes, it's somewhat more time consuming than just making a course and tossing it up, but it's always staying relevant. You're building a relationship. I still watch his videos. All of the content that we did, he recorded, and it's on, like, I can still log in and go back and review that. And then for every week, like, so for instance, the 4th week was like a buyer consultation week. He gave us like all the emails that he uses to follow up, all of the scripts, like everything, so we could download them and practice them throughout the week. It was way more value than me paying like $500 and signing up for a course and being like, am I somewhat motivated to like watch this course? Like I may or may not find value. I'm paying $500 and then I watch the first video and I'm not motivated. At least with him, it's like every Monday, like if I don't get on this video, like I'm screwed, like I'm missing this week's content, and every single week was like so hardcore focused. It was so much value that I'm like, I can't miss next week. Like I got to be there live. I can ask him any questions that I want for the last half an hour or whatever. And he's getting twice the price point that most courses are, because most are probably like $4.99. And it was the second time he ran it, and he had 300 people sign up for it, right? So Buddy made 300 grand in 90 days. And not necessarily sell, like it was a course, but it's live.
Yeah, but it wasn't a one-to-one.
It's a hybrid. It was not, it's leveraging up your time, but still providing like a humanitarian experience with someone being able to actually talk to you. And that, out of any course or anything that I've taken, that's the one that I go back to most. Like even with where I am now in my career, I took that at the beginning. I still go back and I'm like, okay, when I watched that, the guy was doing like, he had 16 people on his team, like he does 600 grand, like his net 600 grand a month, right? Just from straight real estate. So I'm like, I could go there at the beginning and learn about buyer consults and learning all that, and I go back and I watch one video and I'm like, wow, this is like so much value about building your team now. At that time I didn't care because I just wasn't there, but we went through the whole plethora of what it was, and I just think that like, I resonate with me spending $1,000 on that. I'm like, if I could go back and spend $2,000, I still would.
Yeah.
And like, for his brand, like I'm super committed to his brand, and like I just think he's like a good person at that point. Versus like, I spent $500, bought it, maybe watched the first one, and then just like dipped on the course kind of thing, right?